Episode 4. Sītā's Separation and the Yearning of Hearts. The forest, it held its breath. A stillness descended, a pregnant pause before the inevitable storm. A storm not of wind and rain, but of separation, of a love fractured. Even now, remembering it feels like a shard of ice piercing the heart. The Mahagrantha, it doesn't dwell on the details of Ravana's actions, the mechanics of the abduction. It focuses instead on the void that was left in its wake. The sudden, agonizing unraveling of a harmony so perfect, it sent ripples of sorrow through all of creation. Rāvana, the king of Lanka, a being of immense power, yes, but also one consumed by desire. A desire that stemmed not from love, but from ego, from a longing for dominion, for possession. He saw Sītā not as a divine soul, but as a prize, a trophy to be won, a terrible, terrible misunderstanding that unleashed an unimaginable pain. I remember it was a golden deer, you see, a creature of illusion sent to lure Rāmā away, to create a moment of vulnerability. Sītā, captivated by its beauty, gently requested Rāmā to catch it for her, an innocent wish that would unravel everything. Rāmā, ever eager to please his beloved, ventured into the forest, leaving Sītā in Lakshmana's care. But the deer, it led him further and further astray, drawing him into a web of deceit. A deceit orchestrated by Mari, a demon in disguise, who mimicked the deer's cry, the desperate plea for help. And Lakshmana, he drew a protective line, a Lakshmana Rekha, around the hermitage, a boundary meant to safeguard Sītā, a boundary born of devotion, but ultimately insufficient. For the forces of darkness are subtle, adaptable. They exploit the smallest of weaknesses, the faintest of vulnerabilities. A cry, a single, heart-wrenching cry, the cry of a hawk, mimicking Rāma's voice, pleading for Sītā's help. A moment of panic, a fleeting lapse in vigilance, and then an old, withered beggar appearing before Sītā, requesting water. Rāvana, disguised. He crossed the Lakshmana Rekha, he seized Sītā, and the world shattered. The Mahagrantha describes the moment not with dramatic fanfare, but with a quiet desolation. Sītā's ornaments falling to the ground like tears, her anguished cry echoing through the trees. A single jasmine flower drifting on the breeze, a symbol of lost innocence. When Rāmā returned, the scene, the scene, the empty hermitage, the scattered jewels, the overwhelming silence. Lakshmana, consumed with remorse, could barely meet Rāma's gaze. Then the cry. From the air, a single haunting cry. Sītā's name, carried on the wind. Rāmā, he did not wail, he did not rage. He stood there, frozen, as if struck by a bolt of lightning. His pain was unbearable. A silent, incandescent agony that radiated outwards, touching the hearts of all beings. I remember watching him and feeling my own heart break. A companion, yet utterly helpless. How does one comfort a god whose beloved has been stolen? How does one console a love that has been wounded so deeply? The Mahagrantha speaks of a darkness descending upon Rāmā, not a darkness of despair, but a darkness of resolve, a fierce determination to reclaim what was lost, a commitment born not of anger, but of prema. He began his search, a relentless, unwavering quest, wandering through the forests, questioning every creature, every bird, every tree. His voice, once filled with joy, now carried the weight of sorrow, the echo of Sītā's name. And it was in this wandering, in this profound longing, that he encountered Hanuman. Hanuman, the embodiment of devotion, a being of unparalleled strength and unwavering loyalty, a son of the wind, a messenger of the divine. He was a jewel sent to Rāma, a vessel of hope in the darkest of times. Their meeting, it wasn't a formal introduction, but a recognition, a soul recognizing a kindred spirit. Hanuman, hearing of Sīta's abduction, immediately offered his services. His devotion was absolute, his willingness to serve unconditional. The Mahagrantha reveals that Hanuman was always destined to meet Rāma. His birth, his lineage, his very existence, all were orchestrated by the divine, preparing him for this moment, to be the bridge, the connection, the instrument of Sīta's rescue. And then Sugriva, a Vanara king, exiled by his brother, Vali. A powerful ally, yes, but also a soul burdened by injustice. Rāma, seeing Sugriva's pain, forged an alliance with him, offering his assistance in reclaiming his kingdom. But it wasn't merely a political maneuver. It was a recognition of shared suffering, a compassionate embrace of another wounded soul. The Mahagrantha whispers that Rāma sees the divine in all beings, even those who have strayed from the path of Dharma. The alliance with Sugriva, it wasn't just about regaining a kingdom. It was about building an army of love, an army fueled not by hatred or revenge, but by devotion and compassion. An army ready to embark on a journey that would test the very limits of their faith. For Sīta's abduction wasn't merely a tragedy. It was a catalyst, a divine spark igniting a flame of hope, a call to action, summoning all those who cherished Prema to join in the quest to restore righteousness to the world. And as Rāma prepared to march towards Lanka, towards the heart of darkness, I, his humble companion, followed, my heart aching with longing, yet filled with a quiet, unwavering faith. For I knew, in the deepest recesses of my being, that even in the midst of separation, even in the face of unimaginable sorrow, Prema would prevail. It always does. It is the very breath of creation itself. And the yearning for reunion, it hung heavy in the air, a prayer whispered on every breeze.